What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show. Period. We're here in, I can't believe I'm going to actually say it, Benavidez versus Zurdo during Cinco de Mayo weekend here in Viva Las Vegas. How does that sound when I actually said that? This is like a dream come true.
The most amazing words out of your mouth, fighting here, Cinco de Mayo, a day that only legends fought in those days, like Julio César Chávez, Oscar de la Hoya, Canelo, man, Floyd Mayweather, and for us to be fighting in this day, super important, hard work pays off, all the sacrifices, tears, and all that. I want to thank the Lord, for allowing us to be here and be at this stage and this platform, it's amazing. It's like a dream come true.
Jose Benavidez Sr., if you guys don't know, hello, you can only tell, just, all this. I remember when Giandra and I interviewed you for our interview when you showed us your beautiful gym. And that's why I asked David on stage. By the way, thank you for taking my mic. Shout out to him because I was able to get some questions. But they were very thoughtful questions because I remember you mentioned that David would tell you about meditating and praying and then like investing your money. And that's why I asked him. And for him to say that he felt reinvigorated and refocused, this is everything you've prayed for, Jose. You've sacrificed so much for your kids. And now the fruits of your hard work and the labor of your sons, it's all coming to fruition.
Yeah, for sure, it was not easy. Like I said, a lot of tears, a lot of sacrifices, and a lot of blood, There was moments that I don't want to do this. I just wanted to quit because God puts you in position sometimes so you can grow. But you don't understand that, that you just wake up and you're like, I can't do this anymore, it's too much, But then the next day, God gave you the energy to keep going. And thank God we've been following his guidance, and now we're here, It's all thanks to him, And we're enjoying every minute of it. It's him. How far he's going to let us go, We're here to make history. We're here to give you guys good fights. And Cinco de Mayo, like I said, it's a great fight representing our culture, our La Raza. We want to motivate trainers, parents, and kids, and mothers too, that it doesn't really have to be boxing. You could do whatever you want in life. You got to work hard, wake up early, and you have to have a plan. You got to visualize. You have to see where you want to go. It's not easy, and that's what we want to do. But it's a special day, like I say, and we're here to represent the Mexican people and our culture.
It is such a fantastic card because, a lot of people said, without Canelo fighting on Cinco de Mayo, will it be Cinco de Mayo in Vegas? It sure is. The whole card, it's not Mexican. It's all Latin card. You have them from everywhere in South America and Mexico.
It's so funny now that you say that because I was just picturing you and me 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when we used to come and we see all the big fighters up there, and like, wow. All the hard work is worth it, and you even grow better, you're better, and we're better, everybody's getting better, but it just takes a lot of time, and you just got me, I just want to say, you just got me back to that,
No, that's good because it recollects things that what we've talked about, where you were and where you are at now and where you're going to be.
And if you would ask me, I would never imagine.
Right?
No, I would never, because it's not easy.
Manifesting is real.
Manifesting, you gotta visualize, you gotta walk like a champion, you gotta. I didn't tell nobody, but I did imagine myself. But I was like, fuck that. It's not real. No, it's real, But you got to believe it. You got to attract that. And whatever you think in your mind, I think you can make it happen.
Well, we're just a few days away because this is a fight that I remember David told me during the Caleb Plant media workout that he was saying he was looking to fight Zurdo because if Canelo was never going to move, fight, this was a fight that was possibly going to happen. He said it, and we're like, okay, he has the power to make things happen. He's 25 pounds heavier. He doesn't have to diet. He's a big boy.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I got to give it up to David, because the last 3 fights, he's kind of promoted himself, and he's been matchmaking his fights, So he makes everything easier for me. So it's because of him, that he's always looking for the more dangerous fighter.
He's going his third division. And he's taking on such a, this is a 50-50 fight. Zurdo has been a champion. He's been at this weight class a long time. And people say, oh, well, they've sparred. They sparred a long time ago when they were in the same weight class. Their skills have gotten way better. Their arsenal, the power, everything about Zurdo is a different Zurdo that David's going to face. How do you prepare David for something like this? his offense is his defense. Like, he gets stronger in the later rounds. Zordo is looking to just he's very a man of few words. Yes.
Yeah, he's always been like
Yeah.
that. Like I said, but he does his talking inside the ring.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is the most dangerous fight in David's career. We're going up 25 pounds. He's a champion for a reason. He has 2 belts. He's a champion in cruiserweight. He only has 1 loss. So we're not underestimating Zurdo Ramirez. But like I said, if you are going to go to war, your mentality has to be big. Your mentality has to be that you're not going to lose no matter what. You're going to win. And that's how we feel, We're going to go up there. We're going to go and do everything we can. And I believe that, in my mind, David is more prepared. David has more experience, and David's faster and everything. Like I said, if you look at David's career, he's been more active. He had more fighters that he learned from. And this is perfect timing. Like I said, God has brought us to this point, the right moment, the right time to take over Cinco de Mayo weekend.
Such an I'm really happy for you guys. It's kind of like watching a little boy grow up. David's far from a little boy, but it's just to see.
You did see him when he was a little boy. So hey, we're a family here. We've been seeing everything, and you see a lot of fighters that you think that they're going to be superstars, and they don't become superstars. You see fighters that are like, I don't know, and they become superstars.
Yeah. There's an article I read in ESPN that Andreas Hale wrote, and you guys must read this because it really made me see who you were when you were younger, working in the fields in Sinaloa, and just having no money. And that's why I say you've given so much and sacrificed, and you moved your kids, and for David to have a better life, and Jose, and now to know that you're a little fat boy, the one that who knew is going to.
That's what it is. That's what it is. What you said. We have to go through the trenches. We have to go through the struggles. In order to appreciate life. If I wouldn't have gone through what I went through, I wouldn't be here. But God knew that I was going to be strong. I was going to be able to handle it, and that's why we're here.
Well, I can't. There's not much to say because this is a really good fight. Now I'm going to ask you about the co-main event really fast. Resendez versus Munguia. Give me a prediction.
It's a tough fight.
It's
a 50-50 fight, but I'm going to go with Munguia a little bit more because at the end of the day, Munguia has fought fighters a little bit more experienced, and he's been more active. He lost, but Resendez right now, he's strong, motivated. He's the world champion, so I think he's a world champion, right? Or interim.
Yeah. He got elevated
to a world champion. So I don't think it's going to be that easy for him. He's motivated. He's a champion. So it's going to be a very tough fight. What I'm thinking is we got Munguia and Resendez. We got Duarte, and then we have Fierro. Those 3 fights are guaranteed that they're going to be good fights, but we cannot let them steal the night. We got to steal the night, at the end of the day. But it's a competition there, so all the cards are going to be great, But at the end of the day, we got to look more impressive.
Regardless, the fans won for this one. The fans win in Cinco de Mayo. I asked Brandon Figueroa, when I interviewed him during the Ryan Garcia fight, I asked him about this fight, and he said, David Benavidez is my favorite modern day fighter right now, besides his brother, but it's David. And he says he is the future face of boxing. Wow. And that's what I asked
amazing.
David.
I have nothing but respect for them. They're great fighters, good fighters, and it's an honor to hear that.
Yeah, that's why I asked David. So, just to hear the future face of boxing. I put that clip out. I tagged you all on it.
Yeah,
it was a great thing with Figueroa.
Tag me, so we can share it. That's a great thing to hear.
Okay, well, I took a lot of your time, but Jose Benavidez Sr., good luck to you this Saturday. I can't wait to see David Benavidez. Can you tell me who he's going to walk out to?
Yeah, I know he said it. Adrian Favela. We're bringing Adrian Favela. He said it there. So
I
can say it. Yeah, I can say it now. I thought it was a surprise, but hey.
How is it being a grandfather now to 3 David's kids?
It's amazing, to be honest, man. I'm living now what I didn't live with them. I took their childhood away, and now these kids are just happiness, dancing and kissing and hugging and telling them how much I love them. It's different. Thank God, that God gave me the opportunity to relive what I couldn't do with them. So
David said in that interview that he was really upset with you for taking away his childhood, and now he thanks you for everything that you've done.
That's exactly what I did. I took their childhood away. That's why they're monsters. That's what they are. What they are. I don't know if I did it right or wrong. At the end of the day, it was hard. It was terrible. But thank God they became world champions. Otherwise, I would be very sad.
Okay. It was just announced Canelo and Mbili. I know we got to mention Canelo's name somehow in for Cinco de Mayo weekend, but it was announced that he's going to be fighting him. Early prediction for that.
Boring fight. I think I don't even know what to think of. I don't think it's an exciting fight. I think Canelo is declining a lot. I remember at one time he wanted to fight Maku. I think it's like a cruiserweight. He wanted to fight him, and he fought Terrence Crawford 2 divisions down. But why can't he fight David? It just gets me upset. Because why can't he fight David? Not at 168. Now, if he wants to fight, we'll have to fight at 175. But I just think that, he was a great fighter. He did a lot in boxing. It would be really hard for somebody to do what Canelo did. But it's the monster world now, His time is over. One day, we're going to be in the same position because there are going to be other young, strong fighters that are going to come stronger, But I think this is David's era.
Oh, I love that. This is David's era. Well, it's the Monsters era. Best of luck to you guys. Cinco de Mayo, you guys come out to Las Vegas. If you happen to have, if you need plans, come and have a fiesta with all of us. Come and party because it is going to be a celebration this weekend. Again, thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, guys, tune in. I'm Cynthia Conte. See you guys at fights.
you.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you so much.
Thank you.